is Elisa here, or the Diamond Stitcher as I go by on YouTube and Instagram. Hello, good morning or good afternoon, whatever time you are watching this video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you are new to my channel, first off, welcome. I'm happy you found me, and I hope you would consider subscribing and stick around for all things diamond painting. And if you are returning, thank you so much for your continued support. I have an unboxing from a new to me Canadian shop that I have been sitting on for a few weeks and finally have the time to sit down and open this box. This is from Realisations, Eric and Karine. Now, a disclaimer, I may be Canadian, but I do not speak French. So you'll have to look at the screen how to pronounce this. I'm not going to butcher it, but this is a Canadian small shop based in Quebec. They started with making diamond painting pens, and then they also sell 3D trays and other accessories that are 3D printed, and most recently they started offering licensed diamond paintings. I had been waiting to place an order. Now, I can't remember when I actually placed this order, but I do know it did not take a terrible amount of time to arrive. It's the typical wait when you order from a small shop. If I'm not mistaken, they already had this image in stock. They didn't have to order it from their supplier, so they were able to just ship it to me. I did order a pen with this order, so I just had to wait for that to be turned. But this box is huge. It goes way outside of frame. It's actually bigger than this diamond painting is. So let me open the box and let's take a look at what's inside. So we do have a pen. As I said, I did order a pen. And then we have a diamond painting. The nice thing about this box, though, I should mention is, here's the image. Let me just pull it up here. They do have a sticker already on the outside of the box with the image. The only thing being with this box, it's so big for this diamond painting, it wouldn't fit where I keep diamond painting, so I'd have to pull it out anyways. But it's nice that it is labeled on the bottom of the box. The packaging looks really professional. They have had the box made for their company, so that's really nice. It did come in another box, if I'm not mistaken, and it was taped up so much that I had a hard time opening it. I had to have my husband help me. So it did come nice and secured. As you can see, the kit itself looks pristine. It's rolled up very nicely. There's no big concerns at all in the packaging. Now, because this is small, let's open this first. So I did elect to also buy a diamond painting pen, and they do have some putty now too. So I thought I would try their putty out. Here is their business card if you are new. Realisations, Eric L. Karine. Here are the QR codes. So again, if you have a cell phone with a camera, you can just open the camera app and hover over the QR codes, and one will take you to their Facebook page and the other will take you to their Shopify. So they do not have an Etsy store. Their shop is Shopify. I will also link their group and their shop down below, so you can just click on the links in the description box. So let's take a look at their putty. Now this is in the scent Cotton Candy. Let me just raise it up so you can see. Small brick here, and it is blue. That does smell like cotton candy. That is nice. Now, firmness of putty, this is, I would say, like a medium firmness. Now let me try and pull some of it apart. It is, once you start pulling it apart, it is softer. Let's see here. Let me just take it off. Actually, let me zoom in, so then my hands don't have to go up so much. So when I pull it apart, it is more of a softer putty. Once it's warmed up in your hands a little bit, you can see that. Different texture than I'm used to. I am excited to try it and see how it works in the multi-placer. It's not super sticky, which is good. That means it will let go of the diamonds. And yeah, the smell, I can just smell it from, it's about, I don't know, arm's width distance away from my nose, and I can smell it quite clearly, so that's nice. I will definitely give this a try. I love the bag that they put it in. It's very nice. Oh, and there is another tip in here for the pen, so let's take a look at the pen. Now, I can't quite remember if this pen was already made or if I ordered the blank and they turned the pen. I feel like I ordered the blank and they had to turn the pen. If I'm mistaken, Karine, let me know. But let's see, let me zoom out a bit so it's not too blurry. Isn't that beautiful? So this pen, it's got like a very light purple and clear resin with butterflies in the middle. don't know if it's going to focus. There we go. We can see some of those butterflies. Beautiful. I love the way they turn the pens. I like the kind of fancy designs in the middle. I like a pen that has a little bit of character, I guess you could say. And this would be, I would call this kind of like a medium grip. So you usually have slim, regular, medium, and chubby. I would say this is probably a medium grip, but it fits really nicely in my hand. Both ends actually fit really nice. It's not too heavy. I like the way it's polished. I'm not seeing any lathe lines. Looks really nice, finished well. And you have 2 plastic tips that come with it. I often will swap in my metal tips. So there you go. That is actually a really nice pen. Thank you guys for that. I did purchase this, but of course I still say thank you. And I also purchased this diamond pinning, so it wasn't sent to me for review. It is in a resealable plastic bag here. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to get it all in frame, but we will kind of scan the diamond painting. We've got lots of stuff inside, so let's take a look at all of this stuff first. So first off, this is going to be a square diamond painting. And I really like this image. There were actually a couple of images that I was looking at on their website, and I kind of debated for a few weeks on it. I saw her working on this image herself, and I thought that the charting in the image would suit my style very much. So I did choose to get this one. So it's a beautiful lady with butterflies in the background. The title of it is Blueberry. Diamonds are resin squares, and then the size is a 60 by 60 centimeter. And then these stickers, they're not individually cut, but this entire sheet is a sticker sheet, so you just need a pair of scissors and you can cut out the labels and stick them right onto your containers or onto the baggies. And over here it says relax and get creative with us. I do like that the stickers are legible. The printing is nice and big, so you don't need to squint. Looking at it, numbers 1 to 8 are 1 to 8, so that's a bonus. That is really good. And then they do have a mix of alphabet and symbols all mixed in. Looking at the way they set this up, it looks like our special diamonds are at the bottom of the list down here. We have 1, 2, 3 diamonds, 61 to 63, labeled with a DMC LZ. I'm curious if that is a crystal. And then the last 3, 64 to 66, are AB diamonds. So we will take a look at all of that once we get into the diamonds. Let's look at the toolkit. So it did come with just a basic toolkit here. So we've got our basic pen with a 2-placer on the other end. It also came with a probably 8-placer that you could swap in. We do get a little caddy here with 3 plates of blue wax. This wax will last you a long time. It's more than enough to finish this entire diamond painting. You also have to peel back the plastic when you are going to load your pen, so don't forget to do that. And then I always keep the lid on. It helps prevent the wax from drying out. These containers are also really neat. What I often do is put a magnet on the back and make it into a little trash minder once I'm done using it. Perfect size. We got a little squishy that will go on the side of our pen, and then we do have a plastic boat here that you can use as well. We do get tweezers. I don't know if I mentioned that. These are metal tweezers that are pointy, so be careful and keep that plastic cover on when you're not using them. They do also make 3D printed trays. I do have a tray from them and it works well. So if you want to upgrade your tray, you can also check out their 3D printed accessories on their website. I do believe they also have made some fancy tweezers with patterns on it. You can use resin, I think it is, and make the tweezers a little bit more fancy. I have purchased one from their shop before, so they do pop up there from time to time. Now, why don't we look at the diamond painting and then we will look at the diamonds. So let me just roll this backwards on itself. Actually, you know what, guys? I don't think it needs it. So this diamond painting, I can tell based on the feel, it does feel like it's actually pretty good quality. So let me pull up here. So it has their saying up at the top. I'm not going to try and say that, but there you go. They have the poked and scalloped edges. That helps prevent any fraying. The top of the canvas itself, it looks like a shiny, can you see that in the camera? It's kind of shiny. There's no glitter. Is there glitter? No, there's no glitter on top, but it's very shiny. The thickness of the canvas is right up there with the premium diamond painting shops. It has the soft lint on the back. You can see that. So that's really nice. It feels really good, and I can tell, yes, the plastic on the top, this plastic cover sheet is thick. This is very thick. Their glue, let's test it. Very sticky. And looking on the edges, the glue overhang is very minimal. It's only a couple of millimeters, which is great. Sometimes if you have too much excess glue on the outside of a painting, it can collect dust and fuzz, and it doesn't always look that great. What I am seeing in the background is hand charting, which is awesome. If you know me, you know that I love images that do have some hand charting. Now this is probably a combination of computer and hand charting. Usually what happens is when you have a picture, you put it into a computer program and it spits out a computer rendered image in pixel art, and then you have artists go in after and do some hand touch-ups. It's very common in small shops to see a mix of the two. Often hand charting, you will notice a lot more color blocking in backgrounds and such, and you will notice even in areas such as the butterfly, we will get to, you can tell that they've cleaned up the images. We've got a lot of nice lines in there, so the butterfly is going to turn out looking beautifully, and it's not going to be a big muddled mix of colors, which you sometimes see when you do have a solely computer rendered painting. They do have a legend on their canvas on the top left, also on the bottom right. It has 66 colors. I love let me just pull this up. This is going to be so hard to show you guys. I want you to see the legend. Look how clearly printed and nice that is. Kind of look from the side there, let it focus. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You can see all of the symbols. They look really nice. I'm really happy with what I'm seeing. I definitely feel like a premium quality in feeling this canvas in my first impressions. It does feel like it is a premium quality. We have their name at the bottom there. That's beautiful. And then I love on the side here, they have a thumbnail of your image. They write some important information here. So this means the diamonds are square. This is the model number of the canvas. Down here, blueberry is the name of the art. It has the size as well. And then down here is who the artist is. So I believe that's the owner, Karine. So she would have used a program to create this image, and then Realisations Eric and Karine is of course the shop. And that's it. That is beautiful. I'm also admiring how easily this is laying flat. Now I can't really show you the extent of it, but I didn't roll this back at all. It's just totally laid flat on its own. These little bumps you might think you're seeing in the camera, it's just the plastic cover. It's not the canvas itself. If I were to pull this off and try and straighten it, I always fail at this, but look at how beautiful she is too without that glare from the plastic. Look how clear those symbols are. Absolutely beautiful. You can see there's a little bit more confetti in her face. A little worried about all of the color changes, but her face in proportion to the rest of the painting is actually quite small, so you do get more detail. I will have to see how it comes together. What it tells me is there's a lot of blending of the skin tone, which it can be nice as well. Of course, we've got lots of confetti in the eyes. That's usually a good place to show confetti. So confetti means in a small area you have a lot of color changes. You're probably going to be using your single placer more. And then color blocking is off to the side here, where we have large blocks of the same color all through here, where you can use your multi-placer and move quite quickly. I would say that this canvas in general would be a great for a multi-placer. So if you enjoy multi-placing and moving rather quickly through your painting, I think this image would go pretty fast. I mean, there is confetti in her face and in her hair, but all of the background will be moving quickly. And then it even looks like down in here, like they've had some hand touch-ups. Just the way I can tell, the way that the diamonds are placed with hand touch-ups, you have a lot more intentional lines. You have a lot of areas of like 5 to 10 diamonds, so you know that you can multi-place through there. If it was solely computer charted, it would look like tons of single placing. When you compare a canvas side by side, then you kind of know what to look for. I can tell that this has had some extra charting go into it, which I'm really happy to see because I enjoy working on canvases that do have some hand charting. I do think it makes any image look a little bit better. I mean, there's varying degrees of hand charting. You can have the whole thing hand charted, which would then mean it's mostly color blocking. You see a lot of, especially small images that don't have a lot of detail, but having some confetti is required, so you do get some detail, especially in a place like this lady's face, or I'm going to call her a fairy, in her face, where it's smaller in proportion to the rest of the picture. Isn't she beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. I love this big blue butterfly off to her left. I think that's going to turn out really beautifully. Just taking a look at the outline. The outline is all one color, which I love to see. I don't like when I see an outline that has like 20 colors in it. It tells me that it's computer charted, and I like an outline that is one color. So that looks good. I love how the charting in the butterfly, I can tell that it's going to be beautiful. We're going to see the detail in the wings and the petals. That's going to turn out really nicely. And yeah, let me just pull this up so we can see the bottom of the canvas. So looks like she is holding some plants there too. Lots of beautiful colors in this. I really like what I see, you guys. Now, I've never worked on a painting from this shop. It is the first one I have ordered, so this is the first time I'm seeing it, and I'm actually pretty impressed for a small shop and a Canadian shop at that. It looks really good. The quality looks really good, and I'm actually excited to work on this. When am I going to work on it? I have no idea. My stash is nuts. I have so many diamond paintings. I did recently destash a bunch so I could get to the ones I really want to do. Ideally, I would love to do this one in the spring, but I already have a whole bunch of spring paintings, so maybe in the summer I'll get to her. I really would like to try her because I haven't done, as I said, a painting from this shop before, so I would really like to be able to tell you guys how the quality is. I mean, it's one thing looking at a painting and... Sorry, I'm just trying to get some of these creases out of the plastic, and it's making noise. It's one thing to look at a diamond painting and, you know, you can tell that a lot of thought went into it and the supplies are high quality, but you really can't give a full overview until you put diamonds down on a canvas. We have to see how the squares are fitting. From what I can see online of people who've worked on canvases, the squares fit really nicely. Now they do have a light grid in the background. You can see there, I like that the grid is like a lighter gray. It's not a dark, bold, black line. So that means that if there are any gapping, hopefully it's not super noticeable. But I can't wait to put some diamonds down. Let's look at the diamonds. So they do come in this package and it is labeled, so that's nice. This is the model number of the canvas. It doesn't, there you go. I was gonna say it doesn't really need to focus for you. It will match the model number on the bottom here. So if you do separate your canvas from your diamonds, then you'll be able to match them up quite easily. Now I'm just going to grab a bunch of diamonds and see if, I think they are in order. They are in order too. That is a bonus. You don't always see that. They are in order and they are also labeled really nicely. So on the bag, we have the serial number and the DMC number. So if I bring out their sticker sheet again, we would be putting sticker 1 on this. So if you want to kit up right into baggies, which I do, like I won't, what I'm gonna do is pop dryer sheets into these bags, because look, you can see that there are some static. Static is inevitable, especially this time of year. Some quick tips, usually you can just open the bag and blow into it, like you were gonna fog up a car window. That will usually take care of very little static. Give it a good shake. Then I usually pop a dryer sheet in. If the static is more stubborn, then what I will do is dip a Q-tip in rubbing alcohol, and then I will swirl it around in the bag a few times until that static goes away. I was going to try to keep all of these diamonds in order, but I said screw it and I threw them all on here. So their diamonds look really good, you guys. I don't even know where to start. So I did give you showed you the first bag and some tips on static, but I want to show you these diamonds. They do look like resin. Often a telltale feature of an acrylic diamond is that they have these little dimples on the back, little pinpricks in the back. I'm not seeing any in here, so that tells me that these are likely resin. They're also super, super sparkly on the top, if you can get them to flip up the right way. They are super sparkly. They do have a combination of a square and a diamond shape on the very top. That helps give it a nice glimmer depending on the way the light hits it. This is just one bag of diamonds. Also not seeing a lot. There are a couple color stowaways in there, but otherwise I'm not seeing a lot of trash. I'm not seeing a lot of tabs. Here's another light color. We can pull up here. Taking a quick look, a few tabs in this color, but nothing crazy. It is normal to have a little bit of trash. Most diamond painting shops will give you a certain percentage extra diamonds so that you do have some leeway if you do want to put some aside. I do see some tabs there. They wouldn't sit nicely on a canvas, so I would put those in my little trash cup and choose another one, but not too crazy. This is another light color. I'm just picking the light colors because they're easier to see on the screen. This one looks a bit better, a little less tabby, and I'm not seeing, I am seeing uniform size, which is great. They look really good. Let's hold up a darker one just to see kind of a royal blue. They do look really good. I am happy with the first impression on these diamonds. We do have 4 big bags of this white, which is probably going to be the entire border, or the big background, I should say. So looking at these diamonds, they don't look too bad, which is a blessing, because if I had to diamond paint huge blocks of color with this, I want to make sure they're as close to perfect as possible, and these look really good. I can't wait to see how the diamonds sit down on this canvas, if there are, you know, sitting nice and snug, or if there are a few gaps. Now, small gaps in a canvas is completely normal. Often the glue will dry over time and actually pulls the diamonds a little bit closer together. And you don't want your spacing too tight, otherwise the diamonds will start popping off on you. So I can't wait to see how these diamonds lay down. Now I do want to show you the special diamonds. How am I going to do this? Let me put these all off to the side here. Bear with me. I am making a mess, but I did pull out their special diamonds, and something I thought was neat was they have crystals charted in, which I haven't seen many shops do. So first off, we have this white AB. There's not much of it at all. Is it going to focus? There we go. So an AB has a special coating on the tops of these diamonds that makes them shine a little bit brighter. There you can kind of see, depending on the way the light bounces off of them, they shine like the Aurora Borealis. That's why they're titled AB diamonds. And they do just sparkle a little bit brighter. Now, am I going to be able to find these on here? Actually, wouldn't you know it, the first thing I looked at is actually, the first spot I looked on the canvas actually has these in it. So they're actually in the butterfly. Are they? Oh, they're at the top too. So I first noticed it at the bottom of this butterfly. So there's some in his wings here, and some coming up into the, nothing in this little guy, but there are some coming up here as well. There's not many in this bag, so I'm not going to anticipate a lot, but I did see a few up here. So there's butterfly wing on either side of her head here, and on both sides there are some scattered in there. So that's going to be nice, just a little bit of extra sparkle. What else do we have here? Where did the other one? Wasn't there? Am I losing my mind? Where did the other one? Oh, they did fall down. Okay, another AB we have here is a gray color. I always find the gray really shows that AB coating. So this is 318 AB, very light gray. That is a circle with a circle, and it's gray. So where would I, probably in her hair. I'm seeing a lot of gray up here. Just give me a minute to try and find it if I can't find it. Oh yeah, so there are some in here. So in the streaks of her hair, there are some of this gray AB, a few on this side. I'm not seeing much up there. I am seeing some come down in here in her hair as well. There's not much in this bag either, so I'm going to say it looks like it's mostly in the streaks. I don't think it would be anywhere else because there's not a lot in that bag. So I'm going to say that is in the hair. I'm not seeing it pop out anywhere else. There's not really anywhere that there are more grays, so that will be nice. Then we have a bigger bag of this AB. Now this AB does look a little bit dusty. If you do have dusty drills like this, you can use a strainer and just wash them with some, you know, cold water. It doesn't need to be warm, and let them dry out. But I do see a lot of dust in the bag. So let's pour some of these into a tray just to see them. They're hard to see in the bag. Now, often if you are going to have, you know, trash diamonds, if you've never heard that term, it's not dissing, you know, the shop or these diamonds. It's just a term that we use to describe diamonds that have imperfections that we may not want to use on our diamond painting. Often it refers to diamonds that have holes or scratches or tabs on them. But in a bag like this, if there's lots of dusty bits or extra pieces of plastic, you may wish to toss those aside as well. But sitting in the tray here, let me just look with my eyes a little bit closer. We do have some tabs. The coating looks not too bad. I'm not seeing any scuffs on the top of the diamonds at all. See if I can zoom in a bit more, or if it'll be blurry. They are shiny. You can see that sparkle. They are shining quite nicely though. So they don't look too bad. And once I get them in the tray, they actually don't look too dusty at all. There are some like plastic fibers that are mixed in here that you could just pull out. But otherwise, they actually don't look too bad. So there is a big bag of this. So let's see where they would put these. It is blue, right? Number 65. So I would imagine in the butterfly. And yes, I am seeing it. Let me just pour these out. It's a bit of static. Hopefully they go back in. Yeah, they go back in nicely. Let me zoom back out. So I am seeing this beautiful AB starting in this butterfly over here. So outlining the butterfly along the bottom, up the side, in through here as well. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing some of it in the line work in the middle too. Am I seeing it over here? Not really, actually. It's mostly in this side of the butterfly. Now there has to be more because there's tons. It's not in the small butterfly. Oh, there's a lot in her. Where did it go? There it is. You just pull this up so we're in frame. So there's a whole bunch mixed in down here. Kind of going, yeah, it's all throughout here. So we're going to see lots in her dress. So that's going to make her dress really sparkle. Some up in through here as well. I am seeing some in the blue over here. So I think a good sprinkling of that one throughout. I'm seeing a bunch up through here. So not just in the dress, also in the blue kind of watercolor effect in the background. Are we seeing any up here? No. Not that I can tell. So most of it is in the bottom. We've got some in the blue butterfly and some in, or actually quite a lot in the dress and the blue accents around the fairy herself. And here's that color to remind you. Now the interesting thing is crystals. They have 3 crystals charted in. So we have an orange. Now a crystal is like a see-through diamond. It has that metallic color on the back of the diamond. That's the part that will sit on your canvas. That's just so the symbol doesn't show through. We've got an orange, we've got a light blue, and we have the most in this color, which is like a pinky color. We have that kind of 3740 for those of you that know your DMCs, like the back of your hand. Now, where are we going to find orange? 61, that's the... I call it the infinity sign, but I know it's not the infinity sign. Where are we? Oh, okay, that's interesting. So I'm seeing it in her lips. So for lipstick, that's probably the only place it is because I literally don't see orange anywhere. Where is the sticker sheet? Where did that go? Oh, it's right here. It's hard for me to see. Yeah, so in the original artwork here, I mean, her lips look pink to me. They look like a normal shade. So I'll have to see what it looks like once we put them down. In the original artwork, there is no orange, but maybe this brings out the colors. Again, you don't really know till you get them down. That's the only place I am seeing those symbols though, so you do get quite a lot extra. There's only about probably less than 10 spots to put it here. The other one is the very light blue one, and that is 414. Where would this be? Okay, I'm seeing it in her hair, thank God. So I am seeing it down in this area actually. Am I in frame? Yeah. It is the squiggly line with a straight line under it. So it's all in this area. Am I seeing it up here at all? No. I do not think so. So just down there. Am I seeing it in the butterfly? No. No. Am I seeing it anywhere else? There really isn't a lot in this bag. I think that is the only place it is. Actually we do have some down here. I was going to say with computer charting, sometimes special diamonds are just everywhere and you don't know, but they do have some down in here, but nothing else is jumping out at me. Again, there's not much in that bag. And then we do have a little bit more of this kind of, I don't know if you call this mauve or if I'm mixing my colors up, but it's beautiful. 3740. And those are the 3 little dots. So where am I going to see the 3 little dots? Just give me a minute to find it. Usually my eyes are pretty good. Once I see it, then they all jump out at me. Might be up in her hair again. I'm getting there. Their printing is really clear. I'm noticing that there's a symbol on here that's a happy face, and you can actually see the happy face on the canvas. That's pretty impressive. So their printing is really clear. But where do I see this kind of mauve color? It might be, yeah, it is in her hair, so I was right. So her hair is really going to sparkle. All throughout there are streaks of this beautiful crystal color. And then in her eye, actually, there is one on each. And then I do see it come down with her hair that's floating on her shoulders as well. I am excited for this one. I think she's going to work up nice. I like the feel of the canvas. It feels high quality. The plastic cover on top is thick. It feels really nice and sturdy. The printing is super clear and legible. Let's just zoom in and admire the printing. There are some happy faces kind of over here that you can actually see are happy faces, which is pretty neat. There is nothing jumping out at me that has me concerned at all. I can't wait to put diamonds down and see how they lay out. Like I said, I've seen somebody post progress, and I think it's Karine herself that is working on this one in the Facebook group, and that's what made me want to purchase it, because I could tell that there were some intentional hand charting in, which I absolutely love in my diamond paintings. So I'm excited to see this one work up. When am I going to get to her? Honestly, hopefully this year. Hopefully by the summertime I can lay some diamonds down at least. Maybe work on her face or the big butterfly to start, just to see how they are fitting together. It might be one that I work on alongside another one, so I work on it in pieces. But I am very excited. I will link their website down below. Take a look. They are a very small shop in Canada. The images that they have on their site, as far as I'm aware, are obtained legally, either through like a stock photo website, or this one was created through AI. There are varying opinions on that, and I leave it up to the consumer and the customers. I often don't purchase AI artwork just myself, but I wanted to support a Canadian small shop. She created the image herself, so I wanted to show my support that way. I'm happy to see another Canadian shop that does seemingly have a great quality product here. I can't wait to see her inventory expand, and hopefully she can sign some local Quebec artists to start. That would be really nice to see. Let me know if you've bought any diamond paintings from this shop, if you've worked on them, how you like them, how did the diamonds fit on the canvas. Let me know all of the things. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up for me. That really does help. Also show this shop some support by checking out their social medias and giving them a follow as well. If you are new to my channel and you got to the end, you will probably like it here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and you can click the notification bell to be notified when I do post new videos. And until the next one, happy diamond painting, you guys. Bye.